To start with, we're going to take the battery out and we'll spin the saw around to the back. At the very back here, we can see there's an Allen key housed in the back slot, and we're just going to slide that out. We're going to use this Allen key to undo this Allen screw in the middle of the saw blade. What you'll notice though is if you put it in, it's just going to keep turning the saw blade and won't loosen. What we have to do is also hold down this red tab at the front. If we apply pressure to that and then start to turn the Allen screw, that tab should click into place like it just did there. And we're just going to keep holding that in as we start to unscrew this Allen screw. Once that screw starts to turn, you can release that tab and just keep going and pull that screw all the way out. So we have a screw and a washer, we'll put them to the side together, and then we can pull the saw guard back and carefully lift the saw blade up and pull it out. Now, depending on your new saw blade, the O-ring in the middle could be a different size. What I'm going to do for this case is put back the same saw blade, but if that hole in the middle of the blade seemed to be smaller and it didn't fit in when you try to change a blade, there's another little washer and O-ring that sits around here, and we can pull this out and we can spin this around to face the other way. When you spin it around, it will suit the other type of saw blades that you can put in with this. Now with every saw blade, you're gonna have two sides, a plain side and a side with some writing, the brand's name, and the side with all the information on it will be the side that you see when the blade's in the saw. It is important to put it the right way so that your teeth are cutting the timber the right way when you put it in the saw. We're gonna reverse the process, pull back that saw guard and carefully lift the blade up, and we'll put that in place. It should slide in perfectly around that O-ring in the middle there. And as you can see, that sits in really well. Then we can put this washer back on, which will also lock into place with the blade. And to double check, if you wiggle your blade, there should be no movement. If that's the case, you can get your screw and reverse the process and start screwing that back in. You'll get to this point where the screw's tight and it's spinning the blade. You are not done there. At this point, we're going to push down that same button at the front, and that's going to lock that blade in place. And that's when we can go through and really tighten it, making sure it's secure. With that done, I'm going to pull back the saw guard and very carefully try to shake the blade, make sure it feels like it's okay when it spins, making sure it's not loose. With that done, we can slide the Allen key back where it goes, chuck the battery in, and your saw's ready to go.